choreographer from the movie Doggy Boogie. Today I'm going to talk about the use of hands. Hands express emotion and they emit power. And that is something that all animals read, not just the human world, but dogs read it as well. So it's a really universal language as the use of hands. Stop. The use of hands, welcoming. The use of hands, bringing you in. So I'm going to talk today about the use of those hands. You know, a lot of times we hand target in the sport of freestyle, which I love to do. I love to teach hand targeting. But my dog will drive up to reach my hand. Well, in some cases, throughout a move, that's okay. But in other cases, if it's going to cause the dog to be airborne, if I just lift my hand, palm up instead, the dog will stay grounded. Okay? This is more of a presenting, carrying through the space, as opposed to this becomes pushing. Okay? So if you have a dog, and you're going to see this a little bit later on in the video, but I can push the power in the line of the dog, or I can bring the line in. So you have pushing abilities or sending abilities with your hands. You also have the ability to receive or bring in power. Okay? So those are two very different uses of hands, from pushing and driving. If my dog is taking an outside circle, I'll drive them to come touch, which will cause them to escalate. Or I can bring the power in and soften it. Okay? So those are different uses for hands. You've got stop, you've got come, you've got welcoming, okay, reaching your hand out for them, you've got praising, you've got questioning. These are all universal ways that people use their hands that I think not just humans but all animals understand. Another thing to be aware of is where you're placing your hand as you're moving. So in other words, if I am placing my hand back here, it is telling my dog to stay back as opposed to driving forward where they should be in heel position. If I bring my hand forward, they're going to accelerate again and drive forward. Once again, hand targeting. Okay? So you want to be very careful of where you place your hands. Let's say I'm backing up and my hand is here. That is holding my dog up, as opposed to here is a place that they will drive into. That's a pulling in of power. Okay? They will drive into that power, as opposed to here, and you wonder why they keep their distance. That's holding them up. Okay? Same thing, like I said, in heel position. If I am reaching back here to feed my dog, that's always enforcing staying back, as opposed to placing them to feed them forward in the correct position. So all these things play into the communication between yourself and your dog and what you're trying to convey as the story of your dance. So be aware of hands. And those that try to eliminate their hands from the routine are missing a big, beautiful chunk of